Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our discussion on social organization. And today we are going to discuss about the social organization in mammals. Social organization or sociality is very common among mammals. It predominantly occurs in many forms. And of these or many forms of mammals, like the deer, wolf, cattle, sheep, horse, etc., of these animals, primates show an elaborate social life. And this is due to their enlarged brain, development of the grasping hand, the highly developed vision, which is used for exploration and communication, and their diversity in habitat because they live in a very diverse habitat, including arboreal and terrestrial. The dominance, cooperation, and family relationship form the basis of social organization in most mammals. If you take the examples of monkeys, they share some behavioral traits regardless of their species or regardless of other species. They show both type of emotions in social or in socializing, both non-verbal as well as verbal. They show emotion through non-verbal communications like grooming and social hierarchies. The non-verbal communication is one of the most important behaviors known to monkeys. The mother monkeys cuddle their babies to protect them and help them feel their love. The adult and baby monkeys use facial expressions to display their feelings to one another. When non-verbal communication is not a possibility, monkeys vocalize to express themselves and warn other monkeys about the impending danger. Vocalization is made by a variety of sounds like low chatter, clicking sounds, and even high pitched yelling that can be heard for long distances. These sounds allow them to be able to create strong bonds, to take care of the young ones, and to warn other groups of monkeys to stay away. Adults may sit close to each other and even touch each other's faces as a means of socialization. Monkeys strengthen their friendship, strengthen their bonds by social grooming. Monkeys often spend hours gently picking debris, bugs out of their each other's furs, which is usually called as grooming, which improves a family's health and lead to tighter bonds between individuals. Monkey social structure is complex, whether they are just with few individuals in a family or with hundreds. In large families, there are often smaller groups of friends. Monkeys that are not content with their social status often leave their small group to join others within the same family. According to Slothwick and Siddiq, there are six different grades of grouping pattern which is exhibited or seen in primates. The six groups are solitary, monogamous, single male group, aggregate single male group, multi-male bisexual group, and diffuse social parties. The first one is solitary. Organisms lead solitary life. They associate only for mating, and the offspring is dependent in its mother. They are usually entirely arboreal, and both sexes stay in a home range over which they travel throughout the year. And this is usually seen, or the examples of the solitary or solitary type of uh, grouping pattern is seen in orangutans. The second one is monogamous. So monogamy is rare in primate. It is exhibited by gibbons, which is found in South America. Their group includes 4 to 8 individuals consisting of an adult male and an adult female, and up to 4 or 5 young ones. Both male and female has equal dominance involved in all activities in the same intensity. The female feeds a young one and the male carries the young one on its back. The third one is a single male group. The single male group consists of, or it is also called as a uni-male bisexual group. Here also there is only one male with many females. That is called as single male group. The group may have 20 to 100 individuals. The adult male is the leader or the coordinator of the group or coordinate the activities and is dominant over all the members of his group and is called as the overlord or the resident male. The rest of the group is formed by adult females, sub-adult female, male and female juveniles and infants. Changing the overlord is a common occurrence. During an interaction between the adult male or the overlord of a uni or of a single male group and males of an all male group, one of the adult male of the all male group would chase the resident male and take up the position of the harem. And this is called as, or this process whereby one other male which is not included in this single male group is coming fighting with the overlord and taking up the group is called as the takeover. This type of grouping and this type of takeover etc. is seen in Hanuman Langus. Aggregate single male group. So this is usually seen in baboons which are found in Ethiopia, Somalia, etc. Here, the social organization consists of several females bonded to a single male to form a harem group, and a number of such smaller bands will be seen as a single unit. That means in such group, it is an aggregate of single male group. We discuss what is a single male group. That is, single male means a single male bonded to many females. And in an aggregate single male group, such smaller groups will associate together. That means a single male with many females, another single male with many female, etc. They form a cluster. And such clusters are usually referred to as an aggregate single male group. A number of such groups band together, moving and foraging as a unit. They form large troops on cliffs to sleep together. The troops separate in bands of one male units before traveling to foraging areas in the morning and then they reunite or travel back and in the cliffs in the evening. So this is what is called as the fourth one, which is the aggregate single male group. Coming to the fifth one, which is multi-male bisexual groups. So multi-male bisexual group consists of many small units living together as a big group. There may be of two major types. Uh, this multi-male bisexual group is mainly of two types. That is, those which do not divide into smaller groups for feeding. So in gorillas, the group is a multi-male bisexual group, and they are always together. They do not divide into groups for foraging, for finding food, etc. The examples of gorillas. The gorillas are having the group and is a multi-male bisexual type with several males and several females. They will remain together. The males are having a dominant hierarchy. The dominant male is called as a silverback. So he is called as a silverback because the hairs on the back of the dominant male will be gray in color, silver hair on its back as it comes to maturity. No clear-cut dominance is seen among the males. The dominant males in the gorilla are not aggressive, and other males in the groups are also have access to the females or receptive to females. Next is the groups which divide daily into smaller groups. So these are groups which are having many males and many females. The one in gorilla is they are always together. The groups are always together. The second type of multi-male bisexual group is that they divide into smaller groups. It is widely distributed, or these groups are seen in the type of monkeys where the males have dominant hierarchy and bonded with female acquire dominance from males they have been bonded with. The group may split temporarily into family units for foraging. All family units remain in a near vicinity and can unite at a time of danger for resting and for roosting, etc. The example is of rhesus monkey. The last type of social grouping that is seen in primate is diffused social parties. The example of such social parties is seen in chimpanzees. In chimpanzees, you can see that in chimpanzees, they live in groups. The male guard the territory and restrict the entry of males of other groups. The whole community searches food but breaks into smaller parties in case when food availability is less. But at night, the different parties reassemble for rest and sleep. Postnatal parental care is highly evolved among chimpanzees. The older members take care of the young ones, they help them to learn the routine behaviors, etc. Infants and the mothers have a strong physiological bond for each. Next, we are moving on to the reproductive strategies, which is seen in mammalian groups or mainly in primates. The reproductive success in all organisms depend upon the chances of mating relationships between the male and the female partner. But the mating success is not the same for both sexes. The mating system is generally classified into three. They are monogamy, polygamy, and promiscuity. The first one is monogamy. This is the most simplest type of mating group where between one male and one female at a time. It is seen in birds, mammals, and human societies. Breeding pairs live together lifelong, and if by chance single mate dies, then only a new mate is accepted. But in some cases, you can see that this monogamy will be strict monogamy in the sense that when a male or when one of the pair dies, the other will not receive another mate. So there are different types of the monogamy is also of two types. You can say that where the bond between a male and a female will be lifelong in the sense that when a mate dies, the other one will not be receiving another partner. But there are monogamy in which when one mate dies, the other one will receive another partner. That is with monogamy. Coming to polygamy, so this is the most common type of mating system in mammals. In this relationship, multiple mating take place between one individual of one sex with several of another sexes. It is categorized into two. They are polygyny and polyandry. From the name itself, polygyny results to many female, and polyandry refers to many males. So the first one is polygyny. Here, the mating occurs between a single male and two or more females at a time. This is common among mammals and it is further subdivided into five types and depending upon the different circumstances. The first one is territorial polygyny. The male forms separate mating pairs where each one is associated with two or more females and they keep them in their territories during the breeding season. So these that is many females and one male, they will remain in a particular territory during the breeding season. Only during the breeding season, such a type is called as territorial polygyny. And next one is harem polygyny. In this group, the dominant hierarchy is seen where the male remain dominant in the rank order, which becomes a leader of the group, which is called as the alpha male, and the lower series is called as the omega animal. The most dominant male possesses a group of female, and this group of female is called as the harem. The third one is resource-oriented polygyny. The male defend the habitat or home range where the female groups aggregate. They then mate with the visiting females also. So that is called as a resource oriented polygyny. Next is serial polygyny. A male is bonded with many female during the mating season, but it acquires with only single female at a time. So in dogs, the male mate with the female after another without making groups. So such one is called as that is there is no groups. The male is mating with many females without any territory, etc. They are mating with one of the other females which comes to them. So that is what is called as serial polygyny. And there is one more which is called as simultaneous polygyny. The male mate many females after making groups, as that said with langurs. The second type of polygamy is polyandry. This is a rare phenomenon in animals, whereas the reversal of the roles of two sexes takes place. And in this, one female is bonded to many males, and the mating occurs with two or more males at a time. This is more common in birds. The last one of this reproductive strategy is promiscuity. The members of both sexes mate randomly with several individuals. There is no long term association which is developed between the two sexes. So there is no commitment relationship in mating strategies, and that is what is called as promiscuity. So with this, we come to the end of this particular topic, which is the social organization. We discussed about the social organization in insect, especially in the commune caste system, and the reproductive strategy in ants, and also we discussed about the different groups and also the reproductive strategy in uh, mammals, and we gave more important to the grouping and mating patterns or reproductive strategy in primates. So with this, we come to the end of this discussion, which is the social organization. Uh, Thanks for hearing.